Your boy Dez, man. Hey, man, I just want to tell you, man, I love you. This might not mean as much, but I'm dedicating this game to you. I'm gonna go out there and play my hardest, you know, and try to be my best just for you.
And Dez did just that by leading the Cowboys to victory over the Redskins while dedicating this game to Brock Gum, who is battling cancer. Bryant's touchdown was the 72nd of his career and made him the Cowboys' all-time leader in receiving touchdowns.
Hey everyone, I am Rachel Bonnetta. Welcome to the Visa Sunday Live Show. Week 13 is coming to an end. We still have Monday Night Football left, yes, but we are going to give you a recap of all of this weekend's action. Plus, we are going to show you one of the best places to travel for an NFL game, a la maybe the best tour guide you will ever come across, which was me. We couldn't really find anyone else. But before we get there, let's get you caught up on what has happened so far today. You saw America's team win big on Thursday night, but let's see what is trending right now with the Visa Speed Reel so we can catch you up. We've got 2 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. In Atlanta, Case Keenum and the Vikings improved to 10-2 with a 14-9 win over the Falcons. Keenum continued his stellar season with 227 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. The Ravens dropped 44 points on the Lions behind Joe Flacco's 2 touchdowns. Baltimore gets to 7-5 with a pivotal divisional matchup looming next Sunday with Pittsburgh. To Green Bay we go as the Packers needed overtime to beat the Bucs. Jamal Williams rushed for 113 yards and a touchdown, but it was Aaron Jones who scored the game winner in overtime. Down in Miami, behind Jay Cutler's 2 touchdowns, the Dolphins gave Denver their 9th loss of the season. Miami's Kenyon Drake also rushed for 120 yards and a touchdown. New England continued their AFC dominance with a win over Buffalo. Tom Brady didn't throw a touchdown, but he did have 258 yards through the air. It was a high-scoring affair in the Meadowlands as the Jets took care of the Chiefs 38-31. Josh McCown threw for 331 yards en route to New York's 5th win of the season. Jacksonville hosted Indy and won their 8th game, defeating the Colts 30-10 behind Blake Bortles' 309 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. The Titans kept pace in the AFC North, beating Houston for their 8th win of the season. Derrick Henry led the Titans with 109 rushing yards and a touchdown. Mr. Jimmy Garoppolo, his first start for the Niners, resulted in a win over the Bears after a game-winning field goal with just seconds remaining by Robbie Gould. In the 4 o'clock window, the Chargers kept the Browns winless and moved into a tie for first place in the AFC West behind Keenan Allen's 10 catches, 105 yards receiving, and a touchdown. On Fox, the Giants fell to the Raiders in their first game without Eli Manning starting, while Marshawn Lynch led the way for Oakland with 101 yards on the ground and a touchdown. The Rams guaranteed their first winning season since 2003 with a 32-16 win over the Cardinals. Jared Goff threw for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Alvin Kamara and the Saints staked claim to the NFC South win with a convincing win over the Panthers 31-21. Kamara continued his stellar rookie season with 126 total yards and 2 touchdowns. And in the game that just ended, the Seahawks protected home field, handing the Eagles just their 2nd loss of the season with a 24-10 win. Seattle remains just 1 game back of the Rams in the NFC West. You are all caught up with what happened on the field in Week 13, so let's hear what the players had to say after their games in a segment we are calling Sound Up.
Joe Flacco, here come the Ravens. Another big win today. What got it done?
Yeah, well, we got off to a good start and, held them scoreless in the first half, got 20 points on the board. You know, when you watch these guys, you know they're a second-half team traditionally. They come out in the second half, they put it on you, and I think our offense responded well today.
We were put in some really good situations by the play calling. Pat did a great job. Offensive line did an incredible job. Guys making plays downfield. Defense made some huge stops. We made it, and, that last drive, running the ball there, that's how you win football games.
We weren't in a rhythm. But when the plays needed to be made, we made them. And no matter if it was running, passing, we made the plays and we won the game. And not all games are going to be pretty, but sometimes you just got to fight it out and stick with it. And today we came up with a victory.
Hope you enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Go Pack, baby.
We came up short last week, but this week we finished it off. So wins are all that matter. We'll get back in there. We've obviously got a lot of work to do, no doubt about it. But defensively, we battled to the very end and got the win.
The effort our defense gave, really making it difficult for their offense all day, and special teams coming up big. We really needed a win and put some points on the scoreboard, so it felt good today.
We knew coming in it was going to be difficult. We knew, anytime we were playing with new players and things like that, it's going to be difficult. But there's no excuse for a loss, so we had to come in and get the win at any cost. So we're over there scheming it up and figuring it out, and we were able to get the win, and that's a good thing.
Early on in that game wasn't great, especially on my part, and most of the offense wasn't great, and we learned from it and came out in the second half and played pretty well and kind of rode our big back 30 all the way to the finish. That dude's an absolute beast, and we were lucky to have him.
We knew it was going to be a dogfight no matter what. You know, we always come on, they always, you know, doing what they got to do, but we just played good together, man, and the show, we just got to keep this up, man, because, you know, we keep doing this, we're going to win a lot of games here.
We know what looks we wanted, and we executed our game plan, you know. I mean, the way the O-line works, the tight ends, the receivers, I mean, our fullback, Zach Line, he does a great job all week. I mean, it just works, you know. We're gelling together, and we're getting the looks we want, and big runs happen when you get that.
It has been working pretty well in New Orleans, and I've got a question for you guys. Who is your Week 13 Player of the Week? Was it Alvin Kamara, who had 126 total yards and 2 touchdowns? Chiefs quarterback Alex Smith threw 4 touchdowns in a loss to the Jets. Rob Gronkowski had 9 receptions for 147 yards. Or was it Blake Bortles and his 309 yards passing to go along with 2 touchdowns? You can see the options down there, so get those votes, and all you have to do is type their last name in the comments, and we will reveal them later in the show, so stay tuned. Now, we still have one more game to go in Week 13, an AFC North showdown between the Steelers and the Bengals tomorrow night in Cincinnati. The Steelers are running away with the division and have won their last 5 against Cincy, but things are always chippy when these two franchises play, so we will have to stay tuned. As I look ahead of to the end of the regular season and the overall playoff picture, there are a lot of games in Pittsburgh coming our way. So as a part of our Visa Sunday Live Show series, I decided to go to one of football's most passionate cities to show you how football is so much more than just a game. You know that. In Pittsburgh, football is life. And thanks to Visa, we enjoyed the entire trip without a wallet. Well, I brought mine, but I didn't use it. Seriously, all you need is your phone. Check it out.
You want to see where football's most successful franchise plays? We are giving you an exclusive insider's look at Pittsburgh, home to terrible towels, world-famous sandwiches, and of course, the Steelers.
Pittsburgh has been going through a renaissance of sorts lately, with new development and innovative shops popping up all over the city while still maintaining that Rust Belt heritage and sense of community. And in no place is that more visible than right here at Everyday Cafe.
This cozy spot for coffee and grub gives back a portion of its profits to community causes like supporting food and nutrition programs for kids in this local neighborhood. Pittsburgh is known as the city of bridges, and for good reason. It has got 446 of them.
One of the most recognizable is this one,
the Roberto Clemente Bridge.
On game days, this bridge is closed to cars, turning it into a sea of black and gold football fans. And most of those fans will be waving one of these.
Terrible towels, a must-have for any Steelers fan. Proceeds from the sale of these towels benefit the NHS Allegheny Valley School, which helps people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
How many terrible towels do you think you make in 1 year?
About $500,000 in one.
Does this make me an official Pittsburgher now?
It does.
I think I know how to celebrate.
Opened in 1933, this Pittsburgh institution started by the Primanti brothers has been serving sandwiches piled high with meat, french fries, and coleslaw 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So, why the french fries? Well, when Primanti brothers first opened, steelworkers wouldn't have time to eat a sandwich, french fries, and coleslaw separately, so they jammed it all into one stack of deliciousness.
And what do steelworkers love even more than Primanti brothers? The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Who better to talk to about the Steelers than someone who used to play for them? Craig Wolfley, what is the relationship like between the city of Pittsburgh and the Steelers?
As the steel industry was leaving in the 70s, the Steelers fans and the Steelers players really became bonded. The steelworkers having such a hard time to put food on the table, there wasn't a lot of joy and a lot of happiness and not a lot to look forward to. But those Steeler games, week in and week out, they were big moments for a lot of families.
I have been hearing about Heinz Field all day from Pittsburghers, but before I go there, I've got one more stop to make. It is way colder here than it is in LA. I have had an amazing time in Pittsburgh. Heinz Field is awesome, even though they didn't let me on the field. And I will say one thing, this city loves its football. It's gonna be pretty hard to top, but I'm gonna try. Charlotte, here I come. On our next show, which is next Sunday, we are taking you to the home of the Carolina Panthers, Charlotte, North Carolina, to eat some delicious barbecue. Check out one of more than 40 breweries in the city. There's 40, and get into the holiday spirit at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Can you guys believe it's almost Christmas? It is almost Christmas. We are a few weeks away from the holidays. If you are anything like my good old pal, Cooper Manning, you have already obsessed over what to get your loved ones this holiday season. He's so thoughtful. Cooper, show us how it's done.
No, man, I still got to finish my gift shopping. I mean, how am I going to do it with no time? You know, the Coopster, he's got things to do. Oh yeah, Visa checkout. Why didn't you say something before? I need this. This is perfect. Yep, it was easy. I got my youngest brother's wife a Giants jersey because I didn't think she had one. But I also got my second youngest brother's wife a Patriots jersey because I know that'll bug him. And I got my mom a Ravens jersey because she really digs crab cakes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the breading or the crab. Doesn't really matter. She's gonna love this jersey. Yep, they should call me Cooper, king of gifting. And of course I put that on a mug. And yes, it was kind of an impulse buy. But with Visa checkout, it was just so easy. You want me to get you one? I'll do it right now. Yes.
As Cooper showed us, it is a time for giving, everyone. And we asked you guys earlier who you want to give the Player of the Week award to. Like that segment? Week 13, was it Alvin Kamara, Alex Smith, Rob Gronkowski, or Blake Bortles? Drum roll, please. Guys, I asked you for a drum roll. You're not giving me anything? Come on. Alvin Kamara was 67%, 0% for Gronk. Poor Gronk. I think we've got some comments. Andrew Lynch says, Alvin Kamara. Next up, we've got Bryce Gibson, clearly the rookie phenom, Alvin Kamara. All right, he's got our vote. Is there one more comment? No, that's it. All right, guys, that will just about do it for this week. I still can't believe I ate that whole sandwich. If you're not proud of me for what I did in Pittsburgh, then we are not friends. And we're all set for our trip to Charlotte for Carolina's Week 14, showdown with Minnesota. We want to give a special thank you to our sponsor, Visa, for showing us how quickly we can pay. And thank you for tuning in. We will see you again next week on the Visa Sunday Live Show. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.